Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Did you know a simple $50 coin from 1989? Yes, that everyday change in your drawer might be worth up to $1.6 million today. You heard that right. A single 1989 P. Kennedy $50 could change your life. Let's find out why and how to know if you have one. If you're over 30 and sitting on a collection of old coins, this is the video you don't want to miss. The Kennedy $50 was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination. Since then, it's become one of America's most collected coins. The 1989 version might seem ordinary, millions were made, but a very small number contain errors or traits that make them worth a fortune. In particular, the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a small P on the coin, produced coins that look normal on the surface, but some rare versions have mistakes so rare, they're worth over $1 million. Most 1989 Kennedy $50 are worth about 50 cents to a few dollars. But the ones that are mistruck or have extremely rare die errors can be worth tens of thousands or more. Look for doubling in the letters Liberty or In God We Trust. Coins that aren't centered properly, exceptionally sharp features and rim, wrong metal or blank used during minting. Even on circulation coins. One rumor in the collector world is of a one-of-a-kind error 1989 P coin, possibly struck on a gold or foreign planchet, that could be worth $1.6 million to the right buyer. While this hasn't hit public auction yet, collectors and dealers are always on the lookout. Now, before you run to the bank with your piggy bank, here's how to tell if you've got something valuable. Check the date and mint mark. It must say 1989 and have a small P mark above Kennedy's shoulder. Look closely for doubling or unusual shine. Use a magnifying glass or take it to a coin dealer. Weigh the coin. It should be around 11.34 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, that could be a red flag or golden opportunity. Compare it online. Use resources like PCGS or NGC to compare your coin's features with known high-value examples. Avoid cleaning it. Scrubbing a coin can ruin its value. If your coin matches some of these rare traits, here's what you should do next. Contact a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll grade and certify your coin. But make sure they're reputable. Look for members of the American Numismatic Association, like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. They specialize in rare coins and may get you top dollar. If someone offers you a few $100 too fast, it might be worth way more. Get a second opinion. People have literally found $1 million coins in couch cushions, garages, even stuck in old piggy banks. One man found a rare Kennedy $50 at a flea market, paid 50 cents, sold it for over $15,000. These coins are out there, and if you're between 30 and 70, there's a good chance your family saved a few Kennedy halves over the years. So, do you have a 1989 Kennedy $50 hiding in plain sight? Take a look today. That small piece of change could be the start of a life-changing fortune. If you found this helpful, tap that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, and drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin. Who knows, you might be holding a $1.6 million treasure. And don't forget to check the description for links to trusted coin graders and appraisal services. We're diving deep to separate fact from fiction and find out if that change in your drawer could actually change your life. People are talking about this coin online, some even claiming it sold for over $1 million. For those of you aged 30 to 70, maybe you've got one sitting in a jar, passed down by your parents, or forgotten in a drawer. Today, I'll show you exactly what makes some 1998 Kennedy $50 valuable, and why most are worth far less. The Kennedy $50 was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. It was created as a tribute and quickly became a favorite among collectors. Over the years, it's been minted in various metals: silver, clad, proof, and in different U.S. mint facilities. In 1998, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, marked by a small P on the coin, produced over 21 million Kennedy $50. So, why would one be worth more than $1 million? Let's clear this up. A standard 1998 P. Kennedy half dollar is worth about 50 cents to $2, depending on condition. That's right, $2 tops. But there are exceptions. Some proof versions or coins with major minting errors, think double strikes, off-center stamping, or experimental finishes, can fetch thousands of dollars. The $1.4 million claim? It likely came from a misleading auction post or misinformation online. To date, number 1998 Kennedy half dollar has ever officially sold for over $1 million. Always double-check sources before getting your hopes up. Here's a quick checklist. Double die, off-center, clipped planchet, especially the matte finish variety coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, such as the 1998S Silver Matte Proof, made only for a special set. That 1998S Matte Proof, for example, that can go for $400 to $600 depending on the condition. Check for the mint mark, look for P, D, or SI. It's shiny like a mirror, could be proof. Strange marks, off-center designs? Send it to PCGS or NGC if you think it's rare. Ready to cash in? Here's where to sell or get an appraisal. Local coin dealers' coin shows in your area, online marketplaces like eBay, Great Collections, or Heritage Auction. Certified appraisers never clean your coin. It can destroy its value. Always handle it by the edges. So is your 1998 P. Kennedy half dollar worth $1.4 million? Probably not. But it could still be worth something, and that's worth checking. Subscribe and bell icon. Want more real, honest insights into valuable coins and how to sell them? Hit that subscribe button, click the bell so you don't miss out, and comment below if you've got a coin you want me to review in a future video. Hey everyone, welcome back to where we talk about coins, cash, and collectibles that could change your life. Today's video is all about a specific coin that could be sitting in your closet, drawer, or even your pocket change, and it might be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right. We're talking about the 1977 Kennedy half dollar, and more specifically, the rare version without a mint mark. Grab a cup of coffee and stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. It quickly became a collector favorite. Originally made of 90% silver, the composition changed over the years, and by 1971, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel blend, which includes the 1977 version SO. What makes the 1977 Kennedy half dollar so special? In 1977, these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. Those versions usually have either no mint mark or a small D. But here's the twist. There are reports and collector rumors of a 1977 Kennedy half dollar with a missing mint mark that's not just a Philly coin, but a rare minting error. One of the most talked about coins in collector circles is the 1977 no mint mark Kennedy half dollar that recently made headlines with a rumored value of over $1.5 million. It's a rare mint error, possibly a proof coin struck on the wrong planchet or with missing elements, high-grade condition. These coins are often graded MS68 or higher, meaning they are virtually flawless. Historical uniqueness. Only a few of these have ever surfaced, making them unicorns in the coin world. While the $1.5 million figure might be speculative or based on private offers, serious collectors are always willing to pay big for true rarities. Now, before you go flipping your couch cushions, let's talk about how to spot one of these rare coins. Look just below Kennedy's neck on the front of the coin. If there's no D or S, you may have something. Sharp, clean lines, no scratches, and a strong strike could mean a higher grade coin. Contact professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. A grade of MS65 or higher can significantly raise the value. But remember, just because it has no mint mark doesn't automatically make it a $1.5 million coin. Condition and rarity are key. You might be wondering, is this just hype? Well, yes and no. The reality is, most 1977 half dollars are worth face value or a few dollars at best, especially if circulated. But the truly rare ones, with flawless condition or unique errors, can bring in thousands, even tens of thousands. That rumored $1.5 million sale? It was likely a private deal for a top-graded error coin, which makes it a headline grabber but not the norm. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these rare 1977 no-mint Mark Kennedy half-dollars? Don't clean the coin, it could ruin the value. Take clear photos, front and back. Contact a reputable coin dealer or get a second opinion online. Send it in for grading if it looks promising. This small step could make a big difference in your wallet. To wrap things up, that old jar of coins in your garage might be worth more than you think. And yes, while most 1977 Kennedy half-dollars won't make you a millionaire, that one special coin just might. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and comment below if you've ever found something valuable in your change. We're diving deep into the world of Kennedy half-dollars, and more specifically, a rare 1973 no-mint Mark version that has collectors buzzing and sellers hoping. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have inherited coins or been collecting for years, this episode is for you. We're going to explore whether that 1973 Kennedy half-dollar you have is rare, what makes it potentially worth millions, and most importantly, how you can find out what your coin is worth. Let's start with the basics. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It quickly became one of the most popular coins among Americans and collectors alike. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced the coin in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. proof coins. Over 150 million were minted that year. So why are some rumored to be worth $1 million? Here's where things get interesting. There have been online rumors and viral posts claiming that a 1973 no-mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar sold for over $1.4 million. But is that true? Not exactly. While extremely high prices do exist for rare coins, most 1973 half-dollars are only worth face value, or a few dollars in circulated condition. A coin with unique features like errors, misstrikes, or high-grade uncirculated conditions can skyrocket in value. Well, here are a few possibilities that could increase the value dramatically. Double die obverse off-center strikes planchet errors ultra high MS grades, MS 67 or higher. One coin graded MS 67 plus, meaning it's in nearly perfect condition, has sold for thousands of dollars at auction. These are extremely rare, but they're out there. So how do you know if your coin is worth big bucks? Here's what to do. Examine the coin, look for a mint mark below Kennedy's neck. If there's no D or S, it's from Philadelphia. Check the condition. The cleaner, shinier, and more detailed, the better. Avoid coins with scratches or wear. Look for errors. Use a magnifier to spot doubling, odd shapes, or missing elements. Get it graded. Send to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins get much higher market attention. Once you've identified your coin's potential, here are your best-selling options. eBay, with high-quality photos, heritage auctions, or great collections. Local coin shops. Get multiple opinions. Coin shows, connect directly with collectors. And don't settle for the first offer. Do your research. A little patience can mean thousands more. So, is your 1973 no-mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar worth $1.4 million? Probably not. But some rare examples with errors or pristine condition have sold for tens of thousands. Check your stash. You just might be sitting on hidden treasure. And if you want more guides on selling coins and spotting valuable collectibles, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Did you know that a simple 50-cent piece from 1972, a Kennedy half-dollar, could be worth up to $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. One rare version of this coin is turning heads in the numismatic world. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what makes it so valuable, and how you might have one sitting in a drawer at home. If you're between 30 and 70 and love the idea of turning old coins into serious cash, you're in the right place. Make sure to stick around to the end, where I'll show you exactly how to check your own coins for this rare treasure. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Americans loved the design and sentiment behind it. By 1972, millions of these coins had been struck. But something rare and mysterious happened that year. The 1972 half dollar was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philly carry no mint mark, but one error coin from this batch became a legend. In recent years, a 1972 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark and a striking mistake was found. This coin has the reverse side from a 1971 half dollar prototype, a design never meant to be released. This error is called a reverse of 1971 on a 1972 planchet. It was likely caused by a die mix-up at the mint. And guess what? Because of its insane rarity and historical interest, experts have valued it at over $1.5 million. To date, only one known authentic example of this coin has surfaced, but there could be more out there, possibly even in your change jar. Here's how you can check your 1972 half dollars to see if you're sitting on a gold mine. Look for a 1972 date on the obverse, heads, side. Flip to the reverse, tails, side, and check the design details. The reverse of 1972 has sharper tail feathers, different letter spacing, and a unique look around the eagle's shield. The reverse of 1971, the error, shows less detail and an older engraving style. There should be no mint mark under Kennedy's neck, which means it was struck in Philadelphia. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass to examine the details closely. Here's what to do next. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value. Take clear, high-quality photos, front and back. Contact a certified coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. Get a professional appraisal. You could also contact a trusted numismatic dealer. Even if you don't have the million-dollar coin, some 1972 Kennedy half dollars in top condition still sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Imagine turning a coin that's been sitting in your closet for decades into a life-changing payday. That's the magic of rare coins, and why it's worth taking a second look at what you already own. If you're 30, 50, or even 70, it's never too late to start checking your change. And if you're thinking of selling coins, subscribe to this channel for more tips on valuable coins, how to sell them, and what to look out for. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss our next video on rare pennies, silver dollars, and more. If you think you have a rare 1972 half dollar, tell us in the comments. We love hearing your coin stories. If you've got old coins tucked away in a drawer, safe, or inherited from a loved one, stop what you're doing, because one of those coins might be a hidden treasure worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1990 D. Kennedy half dollar has shocked collectors with its staggering value. And today, I'll break down exactly why, what to look for, and how you could cash in. I'm talking about a coin you might have passed over 1,000 times. Just another Kennedy half, right? Well, one particular 1990 D coin isn't just rare. It's practically a unicorn. Stick around, because if you're between 30 and 70 and looking to sell old coins, this is must-watch info. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President Kennedy's assassination. Since then, it's been a collector's favorite, but not exactly rare until now. The 1990 D half dollar was minted in Denver. Normally, millions were produced, but there's one ultra-rare version of this coin that's causing a buzz. The 1990 D. Kennedy half dollar in question isn't just any circulated coin. It's a proof coin, accidentally struck without the usual S mint mark, and instead bears a D mark. This misstrike was never meant to leave the mint. What makes it worth up to $1.6 million is a combination of error, rarity, and perfect condition. It's believed only a few exist, and one surfaced in mint state condition, completely uncirculated, making it essentially priceless to elite collectors. In coin collecting, this is called a numismatic anomaly, and collectors go crazy for these once-in-a-lifetime mistakes. So how do you know if you've got the jackpot coin? Look for a 1990 D. Kennedy half dollar. It must have a mirror-like proof finish. The edges should be sharp and squared, not worn, no circulation scratches. Think right out of the mint condition, and here's the kicker. It may lack the typical mint mark associated with proof coins. If you've got something that looks like this, do not clean it, and don't take it to just any pawn shop. Here's what you do instead. First, Get the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These guys will certify its authenticity and condition. If it's a legitimate error coin, you could be sitting on a 6 or even 7-figure asset. Then, consider selling through a reputable auction house, not a local buyer who might lowball you. Firms like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bauer specialize in rare coins and can get you top dollar. Don't clean your coins. Cleaning ruins value. Don't sell on impulse. Get it verified first. Keep coins in soft holders or flips until graded. Take clear photos if you're reaching out online. Who knows, your old coin collection could hold the next $1 million surprise. And even if you don't have the exact 1990 D. Kennedy half dollar, worth $1.6 million, other coins from the 60s to 90s could still be worth hundreds or thousands. Like this video, subscribe for more rare coin insights. Drop a comment with the oldest or rarest coin you own and check the description. I've linked trusted grading services and a free coin value guide to get you started. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins to separate the facts from fiction and help you find out if you're sitting on a small fortune. 1976 no mint Mark Kennedy half dollar, $1.3 million mystery. Cut to host sitting at desk with coins in front of them. To understand why this particular coin is getting so much attention, we need to go back to 1976, America's bicentennial year. The U.S. Mint released a special design for the Kennedy half dollar, showing the Independence Hall on the back instead of the usual presidential seal. These coins were struck with the date 1776 to 1976 to celebrate 200 years of American independence. Now here's the key. Most of these coins were produced in huge quantities at the Philadelphia, Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. mints. But what happens when a coin shows up with no mint mark and is struck in error or with an ultra-rare composition? Enter the rumor, the 1976 no mint Mark Kennedy half dollar, allegedly made in 90% silver or with a minting error so rare, it's now considered a numismatic unicorn. Stories have circulated claiming a coin like this sold for $1.3 million at private auctions. So what makes it worth so much? Collectors and dealers place high value on coins that are minting errors, extremely low mintage, high-grade condition, MS 67 and up, unique composition, like a silver strike not meant for circulation. But here's the catch. The U.S. Mint did not officially release a 1976 Kennedy half dollar with 90% silver and no mint mark for circulation. Any such coin would be a minting anomaly or experimental strike, making it ultra-rare. And that's why collectors are willing to pay big money. Some reports online claim a coin sold for $1.3 million, but verified public auctions show more conservative but still impressive values, ranging from $500 to over $10,000 depending on condition, error type, and grade. So while $1.3 million is rare, it's not impossible, just extremely unlikely unless it's a one-of-a-kind discovery. Want to check if your 1976 half dollar is worth big money? Here's what to do. Look for 1776 to 1976. It's usually near Kennedy's neck. A silver edge with no copper streak could mean it's silver. The shinier and cleaner, the better. A silver coin weighs a bit more, about 11.5 grams. Use PCGS or NGC to get your coin graded. Even if your coin isn't the $1 million version, it could still be worth far more than face value, especially if it's in mint condition or has a unique error. Here's the bottom line. That old 1976 Kennedy half dollar could be just 50 cents, or a treasure worth thousands or more. The key is knowing what to look for and getting it professionally verified. If you've got old coins lying around, don't spend them just yet. They might be far more valuable than you think. Subscribe to this channel for more insider tips, and drop a comment below if you have a coin you'd like help identifying. You could be sitting on a gold mine. Optional add-ons for viewer engagement poll. Do you have any 1976 Kennedy half dollars at home? Hey everyone. Welcome back to the If you've got a jar of old coins lying around, or maybe you inherited a collection, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Today, we're diving into one very special coin, the 1971 D. Kennedy half dollar, a coin that could be worth up to $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. So grab your old coin stash, And let's find out if you've got a jackpot hiding in plain sight. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. It became an instant tribute and collector favorite. But not all Kennedy half-dollars are equal. The 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar was minted in Denver, which is why it has a small D mint mark under Kennedy's neck on the obverse side. This coin was the first to be made entirely from copper-nickel clad, instead of silver. While hundreds of millions of these coins were made, one rare version of the 1971 D stands out as possibly worth over $1 million. Okay, so why would anyone pay over $1 million for a coin that looks just like the ones in your change jar? It's because of a rare minting error. This specific 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar was struck on a 40% silver planchet, even though all coins from 1971 onward were supposed to be copper-nickel. This means the mint accidentally used leftover silver blanks from 1970, a year when some coins still had silver content. That accident created one of the rarest modern U.S. coin errors ever found. Only one confirmed example has been professionally graded and authenticated by NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. How do I check my own 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollars? Look for the D under Kennedy's neck. A normal clad coin weighs about 11.34 grams. A silver version will weigh slightly more, around 11.50 to 11.70 grams. Silver coins usually have a uniform silver color on the edge, unlike clad coins which show a copper stripe. The best way to be sure? Use a coin scale and consider submitting any suspicious coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. In 2020, the only known example of this silver error coin was sold in a private sale for a staggering $1.4 million. That's more than most people's houses. Even regular 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollars in uncirculated condition can be worth a few dollars, but the silver error version is in a league of its own. This coin is so rare, it's been featured in major auction houses and numismatic news across the country. If you think you have a valuable coin, here's what to do next. Cleaning a coin can reduce its value by half or more. Use a digital coin scale accurate to 0.01 grams. Services like PCGS or NGC will authenticate and grade your coin. Use platforms like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections to get a feel for market value. Consider a local dealer. If you're unsure, visit a reputable coin dealer, but get a second opinion. Who knew a coin from 1971 could be worth over $1 million? If you've got old coins sitting around, it's time to check them. You just might have the next big discovery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss future videos on rare and valuable coins. And let me know in the comments if you have any Kennedy half-dollars, or if you've ever had a coin appraised. Could an old coin sitting in your drawer be worth over $1.5 million? Sounds crazy, right? But the 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar might just be one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history, and you could own one without even knowing it. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and you've inherited coins from parents or grandparents, or maybe you're just curious about that old half-dollar you found, this video is for you. Let's talk about why the 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar is turning heads in the collector world, and how you can tell if yours is worth thousands or even millions. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. It became a symbol of national mourning and pride. By 1972, millions were minted, but not all coins are created equal. The 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar refers to those minted in Denver, and while most are worth face value, there's a rare variety that could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So why would any coin from 1972 be worth over $1 million? Comes down to errors and varieties. There are only a few known examples of a 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck on a silver planchet, an error that occurred when a leftover silver blank from a 1970 minting was accidentally used. Combine that with high-grade condition, we're talking MS 67 or better, and you've got a perfect storm: rarity, historical value, and demand. In one case, a unique 1972 D error coin fetched over $1.5 million at a private auction. That's the kind of retirement boost we all dream of. Here's how to spot a potential jackpot in your own collection. Look just below Kennedy's neck on the front. If it has a D, it was minted in Denver. A normal 1972 D coin weighs 11.34 grams. A silver planchet version weighs about 11.5 grams. Drop it gently on a hard surface. Silver coins have a distinct, high-pitched ring. If you think your coin looks unusual or uncirculated, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. Now, not all 1972 D half dollars are worth millions, but some can still fetch $100, $500, or even $1,000 depending on condition and rarity. Here's what affects the value of any coin. Condition: mint state coins are worth more. Minting errors, double strikes, wrong planchets, etc. Rarity: how many exist, historical significance demand among collectors. If you think you have a rare 1972 D Kennedy half dollar, or any old coins that could be valuable, don't sell them to a pawn shop or at a garage sale. Do this instead. Both sides high resolution. Use a jeweler's scale. Look at recent auction prices. Reach out to a certified coin dealer or grading service. Share photos and get free opinions from real collectors. So, next time you're sorting through that old jar of coins from your parents or grandparents, remember, you might be holding a piece of history that's worth more than you ever imagined. Do you have a 1972 D Kennedy half dollar? Drop a comment below. Let's see what you've got. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos on rare coins, how to sell them, and what to look for next.